It started small. One spider and one idea. Dwarf Fortress has monsters called Forgotten Beasts. Basically SCPs with wings. I saw a video of someone catching one like a Pokemon. Here's the clip. And I thought, what if we industrialize that? So this is Dagger Names, a fortress built to mass produce and contain ancient horrors. Normally Forgotten Beasts can't be caught. They have a no stun tag that makes them immune to cage traps. But if a web hits a cage trap, the web stuns them just long enough to trigger it. That means we can literally pokeball these things if we can get a web slinger to cooperate. All I need is a monster that shoots webs and a very bad idea. Option 1 is a giant cave spider. They can be trapped, so I built a lure in the first cavern layer, and the result was rats, giant rats. So option 2 is a forgotten beast with webs.
Yes?
Mid-construction, one showed up early. A massive eyeless spider. Wrong place, wrong time. It shredded half my military before going down. Lesson learned. If it can web, it can wipe you. The containment cell was finally ready. Bait, 1 dog and 5 puppies. Target, Spaz, a one-eyed spider. She killed the bait instantly. Good start. Then walked straight into the corridor. 1 lever pull later, containment achieved. The first successful capture in Dagger Names history. Naturally, I started building another one. Now, with these spiders, we have the ability to create the infamous webbed cage trap. Off screen, I did a little bit of mining. And I created this dual setup here for 2 webbed Forgotten Beasts. They'll be on either side, and they'll spray these cage traps with webs. Then, when a Forgotten Beast travels through this corridor, they will be captured. Now, with our containment area created and the capturing zone constructed, we can begin our operation. Oh my god. Yeah, these guys look a lot like Nickelodeon slime. I'm gonna be real. I repeated this process a few more times and I captured these 4 monsters here. I kept one of my mobile task forces nearby, just in case anything went wrong. Thankfully it hadn't. You may have noticed our population has dwindled by about 100 people, and surprisingly, the SCPs, or the Forgotten Beasts, are not the reason. I had a tantrum spiral, and I didn't know what was going on. I was freaking out. Everybody just started killing each other. I don't know what happened, but we lost about 100 people. Who knows, maybe there's an SCP acting on us we can't even see right now. In the video that Iggy made, that I showed you at the start of the video, he used Forgotten Beasts almost like sentry guns. He placed them behind embrasures so that they could shoot their abilities out at potential invaders. And I thought I would try that too. It didn't seem like it was super effective. It honestly seemed like a bit more of a distraction than an actual threat. Sure, this guy was shooting fire down on him, but it didn't really seem to bother them that much. And the SCP that I had on the first floor, they just walked up to the window and they just shot it repeatedly until it died. So it was much more of a distraction than it was an actual problem. But this was the first actual use of them in combat that I employed. I think the most effective way to use these forgotten beasts or SCPs is to unleash them entirely upon the enemy. No constraints, no embrasures, just straight beast. Am I right? I had to restart the recording right here. I was gonna just let it run, but I have this notification, right? Alert. There is a gremlin hidden away here. And look at this. I have captured him in a cage. So here's the thing about gremlins. They are intelligent creatures. So what does that mean? An intelligent creature can become a part of your dwarf colony. However, they're also sort of enemies. They spawn in the cavern lair. Their goal is to sneak inside your fort, pull random levers, and steal stuff. There's a video made by, I think it's Blind, where he allowed a gremlin into his fortress. He tamed it, he allowed it to be a member of his fortress, and what happens is it's not able to do any actual labor, so it just spends all of its time socializing with people until it rises to power and becomes the king or queen of your colony. So I think we're going to do that here. We'll see where this goes. I feel like this is really fitting for the SCP colony to be led by a gremlin. The Cyclops Kobim Matarusuna Kazlu Spishab has come. Thankfully my military meets him before he finds my peasants. He was quickly vanquished, a weak monster. Sarvesh being the one who killed him, I decided to rename him to the Ol Wink Taker, Coppervein. We also got attacked by some elves. They have wood armor. Even though they severely outnumbered us, I mowed them down. Elves have always been inferior. Basically the soy boys of this fantasy world. Back to our gremlin. We assigned him to a training zone here. So hopefully one of our animal trainers will come by and periodically work with him until he'll become tamed. At that point, we can assign him to be someone's pet in our fortress, and he'll follow them around until eventually, hopefully, they'll want to become a citizen. Until then though, he'll remain here in this cell where he will be trained. And that is only the beginning of the Dwarven SCP Foundation. Despite 100 dwarves succumbing to rage and despair in the tantrum spiral, despite fire-breathing forgotten beasts and the ash of our own people coating the walls, the fortress stands. We built a system to capture gods and monsters, and it worked. 4 forgotten beasts sealed in cages, 2 unleashed as living flamethrower turrets through steel embrasures, a cyclops slain, an elf ambush crushed, and in the chaos, a new SCP was secured, the gremlin. Soon he will be trained. If he proves loyal, he won't just join the colony, he'll lead it. This is only SCP Site 1's first chapter. So if you want to see the gremlin rise to power, more forgotten beasts weaponized, and this fortress descend even deeper into madness, subscribe, leave a like, and don't miss episode 2. The Dwarven SCP Foundation has only just begun.